Hi, this is Vape Induced TV. I'm David, and this is our tutorial series on how to change a coil on a kit. If you've got a kit that's proving particularly troublesome, stick around and we'll show you exactly how to change it. This is the Vaporesso Gen S. I'm going to show you how to change the coil on the NRG tank, or you might call it the Vaporesso Gen tank. So it's got a number of different names. It uses the same coil system, but it's called the NRG tank. If you weren't sure, if you were looking for the coils, very simple how to change it. So let's rip open the box carefully. Very nice, lovely texture. I actually love this kit so much. I'm talking to no one but myself, but I just think it's very nice. Anyway, so let's get out of the box. I like to do these videos, how to change a coil, without sort of having pre-prepped it really, because you can get some idea that actually it's not necessarily that hard. Don't panic, don't stress. So I'm gonna move the box out of the way. I didn't really need to get this out, I like holding it. Anyway, so we've got the tank here. It's made up of a drip tip. A wide bore drip tip is the name. Wide bore, because it's like, big elephant trunk. Got your airflow holes. You've got your connector, your 510 connector, which is the screw thread. And to undo the coil zone, we just hold the top tight. Don't do it so tight that it's going to just crack in your hand. And you end up with the base that's come free. And on top of the base is a little metal ring, which inside it has got a mesh coil, I think it's mesh or ribbon, and a load of cotton. So we can unscrew that. This one's a bit tight. And what you've got here is a metal nipple in the bottom of the actual base. That connects with the bottom of the coil. It forms the electric circuit that connects to the battery in there. So sometimes you're going to get a bit of condensation on the bottom of these coils and these connection points, particularly where the tanks get a bit warmer. So just double check that. If you're ever having some problems when you're vaping and it's intermittent, the button's not firing, or it's just not working, or it's not picking up, it could just be the condensation, the moisture, but just worth knowing anyway. So when you change the coil, I'll explain to you in a second when to change the coil, but when you do change the coil, get a little cotton swab, or in this case, just get a tissue, put your finger in there, give it a little clean, keep it dry, take care of it and it'll take care of you. We'll put that to one side. Now you've got the coil here, there's a little rubber O-ring around the top and the bottom, and a pretty fair, to be fair to them, pretty fragile thread. And we would just screw that in like so with a fresh coil if this one is done. Don't do it too heavy-handedly, otherwise you could cross-thread it. If you cross-thread it and it goes in even at a slight angle, what happens is you create air gaps, liquid gets through, and it comes out the air holes in the bottom, and it's part of the reason why your tanks sometimes leak through the air holes. So just take care of it. Just do it hand tight, not too tight. Now, I'm struggling here as well. There we go. Screw it in there like so. Oh, crikey. There we go, it's going in now. Anyway, so that's in. So we unscrew the top, unscrew the coil, take care of it, recycle it, do whatever you want with it, collect it, make a necklace out of it, and put a fresh one in there, not too tight. Don't screw the tank in too tight. If you do that, sometimes you'll find the little O-rings ping off, they erode, and again, you've got points where you can get leaks. So how to know when to change a coil? This is very important. So around the coil, what you've got is a bunch of different coil windows where you can see the white cotton. When that stops looking pure white and it starts to go brown, you know you've probably saturated it in a lot of e-liquids. Now these tanks use thicker liquids, the high VG, heavily flavored. It means they're putting through a lot more work. They're also using a much higher wattage than sort of a starter style vape. So these aren't gonna last as long as a pod kit or a starter kit. You're probably gonna get about a week out of this, providing you don't put the power up too much, providing you don't chain vape it to death, providing you make sure the coil gets a chance to reabsorb liquid in between vape hits. Common issue where people hit a vape again, hit it again. They're not giving the coil a chance to absorb that thick liquid. So you're just vaping cotton, you're gonna get a dry hit that, it's gonna kill the coil quickly. So just take care of these, be sensible. Don't ramp up the power too much when it's a fresh coil. Give it a little break every now and then. Give it a clean at the bottom of the tank. And yeah, you'll probably get about a week out of it or so. Another good little feature is these NRG coils are actually intercompatible with some of the SMOC coils. So if you're ever in an area where you can't get hold of an NRG coil, you can use select SMOC coils. Not all of them, have to check beforehand, but that is a good little feature. But there you go, so that's how you change a coil on the NRG tank or the Vaporesso Gen mod. Thanks for watching.